Pranshu Yadav, a 16-year-old online makeup artist of Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh. Aditya Nair, an 18-year-old social media influencer of Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. Pradap Singh, an elderly waste collector of Lohavat, Rajasthan. Do you know what's common in all of them? They are all people who committed suicide due to Instagram comments and social media trolls. But you feel that you're being funny and dank by commenting stuff like this. If you are one of them who is commenting like this, then you don't realize what kind of impact you're having on others. Pranshu Yadav committed suicide by hanging himself in his home. The reason being hateful comments in his Instagram posts and DMs. Pranshu used to dress up, wear makeup and portrayed his feminine side online, due to which people felt entitled to troll and abuse him. Aditya Nair tried to commit suicide in her home on 10th June 2024, and despite being rushed to the hospital and put on a ventilator, she unfortunately passed away after 6 days. The reason being online bullying and harassment. Aditya broke up with a boyfriend, following which she was subject to continuous social media trolls, and after which she decided to end her own life. Pradap Singh, who was also known as Bhangar Baba, committed suicide on 24 June 2024 after hanging himself on a tree near the highway. The reason being a group of youngsters made videos mocking him, leading him to getting unwanted attention from the people around him. After which, people used to mock him by saying Bhangar lenvo hai thare, which means do you want to trade scrap? A man who endured through his life sadly could not find meaning to live anymore. This is 15-year-old Prachi Nigam from UP who topped the 10th board exams, and her reaction to it was this.
टॉप मतलब कि नंबर 1-2 कम हो जाते तो टॉप पर ही ना आती तो शायद इतना फेमस भी ना होती तो ज़्यादा ठीक रहता.
It is so heartbreaking to see that it was not her achievement which grabbed the attention of the social media users, but rather her appearance. She was trolled heavily for having facial hair as a girl. As per an IANS report, she said her family, friends and teachers never criticized her for her physical appearance, and she never bothered about it either. She told it was only after her photo was published in a newspaper that people started to troll her and her attention went towards the problem. The best moment of her life is now a painful memory to her. Social media can be very toxic and cruel. But why are people behaving so inhuman, and what is wrong with Instagram comments? Is it the fault of Instagram, or is it the fault of dark humor as a genre that people feel okay to say such stuff to others? In this video, I will be discussing about the problems with Instagram comments and dark humor. I will come to the Instagram part later in the video. First, let's understand what is dark humor. Watch the whole video with an open mind before forming an opinion, and I have also given my honest opinion at the last. Dark humor is a type of comedy that finds humor in subjects that are generally considered serious, distressing or taboo, often used to criticize societal issues. Dark humor is introduced in India recently, but we can trace its origin back to 17th century, where the term gallows humor emerged, referring to jokes made in the face of death or execution. In this spirit, there was an increase in theatre and literature which incorporated dark themes with humor. In 19th century, authors like Edgar Allan Poe and Mark Twain used dark humor to address serious societal issues. Fast forward to 1964, where the film Dr. Strangelove by Stanley Kubrick introduced dark humor to mainstream cinema. In 1970s and 80s, dark humor became more prevalent in stand-up comedy, where comedians used it to critique societal and political issues. In 1990s, there was a rise in alternative comedy, which brought dark humor to television and film, with shows like The Simpsons and films like Pulp Fiction. In the 21st century, with the growth of internet and social media platforms like Reddit, dark humor found a new audience. Sites like 4chan and subreddits dedicated to dark humor began to flourish. Slowly, it got prevalent in apps like Twitter and Instagram, where the meme culture changed and dark humor exploded. But the concept of dark humor in India is very new, and the audience is not as matured as the West. Even though meme culture existed in India, the jokes would generally be light-hearted and about general or relatable topics. The introduction of Jio is the point where majority of the Indians were introduced to an alternative form of comedy, which is dark humor, which exploded immediately. Stand-up comedians tried integrating dark humor in their shows, and subsequently the meme pages also followed the trend. But the problems arose when the jokes started becoming too dark and got to a point that they were not even funny. People started to make jokes on rape incidents and disabled people. People found a new way to express their intrusive thoughts and unleash their inner demons in the name of dark humor. They realized showing your inner evilness is fine, as no one will stop them. Rather, people will support them by liking their comments and calling them funny and dank. This became a trend, and people were making memes as dark as possible, and those who were not making memes started commenting on others' posts. It did not remain as dark humor anymore, but turned into cyberbullying. As evil as it seems to you, dark humor has its own benefits. Dark humor means finding humor in subjects which are considered serious or taboo. Dark humor means making fun and light of the situation and not making fun of the people who are suffering in that situation. Psychologically, people use dark humor as it provides a way to express their emotions that might otherwise be too intense or difficult to handle. Laughing about something tragic can provide a sense of relief and help individuals process their feelings. By making light of dire situations, people may control their stress levels too. Dark humor allows individuals to reframe their experiences, viewing them from a different and a less threatening perspective, enabling them to have more control in overwhelming situations. It can help people create a social bond who share the same thinking and who have been through similar traumatic experiences. It gives them a sense of belongingness. For many people, it is a way to find meaning in life. As through dark humor, it is possible to find light even in the darkest of times. It helps reduce fear and anxiety as the person now tackles the situation with glasses of humor. But it acts like a double-edged sword too. We know for a fact that dark humor isn't for everyone, and that is exactly the reason why people who enjoy dark humor feel a sense of entitlement. They feel elite and they feel that they are a part of a cult which is superior to the so-called normies and snowflakes of the internet. These people are the ones who find happiness in others' suffering, and they use the name of dark humor to achieve this goal of theirs. They have no restraint over what they say. Every human by nature has an evil side which has to be controlled. Laws are made for the same reason, and if broken, they will have to face subsequent consequences for their actions. If there is no law against theft, then society would be full of degenerates and there would be chaos all around. If there is no restraint or consequences for their actions, people would have no humanity left in them. This is what is happening in Instagram comments. Social media is full of toxicity. Evilness has become the norm, and brutally trolling people or spreading hate has become mainstream as the people have no restraint. They continue on this hate train as they get encouragement in terms of likes and comments, and rarely anyone criticizes them. Even if they criticize them, the number of supporters are more. I am pretty sure that I will get negative comments like womp womp in this video too. They do not face the consequences of their actions either. This quote by Mike Tyson sums it up perfectly. The Western influence is crazy. It is not only in this matter that the Western influence is so heavy. People think that the West is cool and try to blindly copy them. If you deny this, tell me how in the world are we using the N-word? I bet majority of the people would not even know the actual meaning of it and are using it just to look cool. There is no sense in using that word to address your friend or someone else. Like, how dumb can you actually be? These clowns surely did forget to copy internet literacy from the West, as they do not know the difference between dark humor and cyberbullying. I do not say that such situation does not arise there, but it is comparatively less. Another huge problem is peer pressure. People just do not ruin themselves, but also the ones around them. Many people who are commenting such stuff are not this bad by nature, and they do not enjoy doing it either. But due to peer pressure and to be accepted in the friend circle, they end up doing such stuff. Comment down your opinions about the same. I am not even going to hide the username. Look at this account. Like, I do not understand what is funny in it. I am sure that in his head he must be feeling that he's very cool or dank. But no bro, you're just insecure of your own existence and derive happiness from others' suffering. This is just disgusting. I genuinely feel bad for Prachi who has to mentally suffer because of such idiots. What you're doing is not dark humor. It is straight up cyberbullying and it is not cool. Another example. This is just a normal reel where two kids are having fun, but it has comments like this. This is not funny, but it is disgusting and also illegal. They are literally kids, for God's sake. You will find some of the other comments like this under every woman's post, no matter the age. And it is sick and awful to see that people consider this as comedy. I will be making a video on the experience of women on the internet, so do subscribe for it. The grass is not green on the other side either. Here we can see a 25-year-old YouTuber, Kunwari Begum, whose real name is Siksha Matre, who thought that she could easily become famous by saying unhinged and disgusting stuff in her live streams. She believed that she was using dark humor and it is fine to say such stuff. But no, it is not dark humor, and no, it is not funny when you say stuff like this. I will provide the link in the description if you want to watch the video. The stuff she said was vile and sickening, and she did it thinking that she would look so cool. There was an uproar in Twitter and other social media platforms, following which she deleted her YouTube account and thought that she got away with it. But it did not work, as the police later arrested her. This proves that it is not problem of the gender, but just that people do not have any control over themselves. This has to be stopped. It is not okay to say such stuff. It is not okay to comment whatever you feel, and it is not okay to punch down at anyone. Also, don't even try to comment that you have freedom of speech to say whatever you want, because if you actually read it, you can clearly see in Article 19.2 there are several restrictions mentioned, and this falls under the decency or morality point. Expressions that violate societal standards of decency or morality, such as obscene publications, can be restricted. I have very low amount of subscribers, 130 to be precise, and I don't know how much reach I will get. But to spread awareness, I am creating a Twitter account, and I request all of you to retweet or tweet with the tags end cyberbullying or Instagram comments. It is fine even if you do not tag me, but this has to be stopped. Let's address the elephant in the room, that is why has Instagram comments become so toxic. In the name of dark humor and being dank, people are being too insensitive and they are commenting wild and disgusting stuff without even batting an eye or giving a second thought to what they are commenting. They are so bold because they are anonymous and they cannot be held responsible for their actions. But is it the fault of Instagram that dark humor is spreading? The answer is both yes and no. Yes, Instagram is contributing to the trend of cyberbullying in a revolutionary manner only because it is a platform which is used by large number of people. But it is not the only platform where dark humor exists. There are worse subreddits and sites available where you cannot even imagine the lengths people go in the name of dark humor. Instagram is not the origin of cyberbullying, but it's just a platform that popularized cyberbullying in the name of dark humor. Instagram already has a number of problems like unrealistic beauty standards, addiction, privacy concerns, comparison culture, impact on children and teenagers, etc. I will be releasing a video on it soon, so subscribe and stay tuned for it. And now Instagram has a new problem at its doorstep, that is cyberbullying and online harassment. It is clear that neither Instagram nor dark humor led to mental health issues directly, but it is the cyberbullying in the name of dark humor that led to it. Okay, now off the script. I will be speaking about what I truly feel about this situation. I will be an hypocrite if I said that I do not like dark humor or dark humor should not exist. As a matter of fact, I love dark humor. I believe that the situation mentioned in the video is not caused due to dark humor, but it is caused as people do not know when to stop. There is a very fine line between dark humor and cyberbullying, and many of the times people do not realize when they cross this line. I am no one to set this moral line for anyone. It depends on person to person on what limit is acceptable to them. Personally, I do not care much and I am very tolerant to dark humor, but this just feels so wrong. No one should be bullied to an extent that they feel there is no other option but to suicide. There also are people who just enjoy to see other people suffer. These are just sickening creatures. I feel that dark humor means making light and fun of the situation and not making fun of the person who is suffering in that situation. There are comedians like Madhur Virli, Samay Raina, Arpit Bala, Jayesh and others whom I genuinely enjoy watching, who integrate dark humor into various topics like rape, death, sex, etc., which are considered to be a taboo topic. But they do it in such a way that it wouldn't hurt anyone. That is what I call as dark humor. Commenting shit on other people's Instagram and bullying them is not considered as dark humor. I do not care if people are going to troll me after this video. I am going to say my piece. Also, it's high time that we stop getting influenced by the Western culture so much. Rather, let me say this in your own words. Stop glazing the Westerners so much. They aren't cool either. If you have liked the video, do like, share and subscribe and comment down your opinions about the same. Do not forget to tweet using the hashtag #EndCyberbullying and hashtag Instagram comments, or you can even retweet my tweet, link given in the description.